Hello, this is Stephen Whitfield with Drilling Contractor. Today I'll be speaking with Luca Motti, Onshore Digital Transformation and Innovation Manager at Saipem, and Chiara Perotti, Environmental Manager at Saipem, about the company's sustainability efforts, as well as the role that digitalization can play in those efforts. Mr. Motti and Ms. Perotti both spoke about these topics at the 2021 IADC Sustainability Conference in February. Thank you so much for joining me today.
It's a pleasure for us. Thank you.
So one of the topics you discussed at the conference was digitalization's role as a catalyst for a more sustainable business. How is this so? How do digital technologies help with sustainability?
Well, as we have all been experiencing over the last year, there is a rapid development and adoption of digital and innovation technologies everywhere in any industry. This rise of digitalization has been driven by significant advancements in digital technologies, as well as a broader diffusion of internet connectivity, the adoption and use of artificial intelligence and advanced data analytics to support complex decisions, as well as the availability of more reliable and affordable sensors. All these technologies are enablers for informed decision-making and are strongly contributing to transform consolidated processes into more efficient and sustainable operations. And examples, of these positive impacts driven by digitalizations are the benefits achievable by the exploitation of real-time sensor data installed on equipment or any asset, and then processed by artificial intelligence algorithms to optimize the utilization either of the specific equipment or of the asset as a whole, increasing its uptime and also reducing outages and related maintenance costs. Moreover, by monitoring and mapping environmental indicators such as GHG emissions and energy consumptions, organizations are enabled to centralize data analytics and expertise and to promptly intervene on specific operation, significantly contributing to make them greener. But as a matter of fact, these digital transitions requires companies to develop new set of competencies and skills. And Saipem is investing in developing and delivering training programs aimed at empowering people to feel more confident with these new technologies and to exploit them at best in order to deliver operational efficiency in all these activities. Therefore, digitalization is a catalyst for a more sustainable business in terms of improving resources efficiency, contributing to reduce the environmental footprint of any asset in any industry, easing the collaboration and knowledge sharing among different entities. And obviously, if properly exploited, it can also bring significant and important benefits on societies.
At the conference, you presented some case studies outlining how Saipem is approaching greenhouse gas reduction. And one of the case studies you mentioned was the design of 2 of your rigs in Kuwait. I'm curious, how does rig design factor into emissions reduction? Could you talk a little bit more about the work Saipem has done with those 2 rigs?
Yes, as you know, historically, drilling rigs have been designed to be equipment ready to provide a huge amount of power in very quick time and without any interruption in any working environment. And this was achieved mainly by oversizing all the equipment of the rigs, disregarding of the actual needs and power needs of particular operations. But finally, in the last years, we are seeing that also in oil and gas drilling industry, a cure of detail is increasing in the engineering, both to improve the efficiency of the asset itself and to reduce the cost of construction and maintenance as well. These were our drivers when designing and building rigs 5913 and 5946. They were equipped with the latest generators in order to have the lowest specific fuel oil consumption, and they are equipped also with the power management system, which can be customized to fit each rig's needs. For this, our crew worked to know exactly for each operation kind how much energy we need and its timing. So by finely tuning this system, we aimed to minimize the number of engine running, the running hours, increase the efficiency of the combustion and its cleanness, with obvious benefits also on maintenance. Moreover, there is a feature of this system which allows to limit the power usage and to avoid the continuous connection and disconnection of more engine lines. I make you an example. When you're drilling, you know that the power used by the drawworks is mainly very low, with sudden peaks during the liftings. This forced in the past the crew to have more engines online in order to avoid power shortage during drilling liftings with the drawwork. With this system, this is not necessary anymore because you can choose a priority list for the power delivery. So you prioritize the drawwork in this kind of operation, and you limit for a short while during the lifting the power delivered to the mud pumps. So you don't need to run with more engines with a lower load, which means also a lower efficiency. And what we did in the design of those rigs was also choosing VFDs for the main equipment like drawwork, top drive, mud pumps, and rotary table. This allows to increase the efficiency and the quality of the electricity on the rigs, avoiding the presence of excessive harmonic distortions and lifting the power factor. Actually, we're running at about 0.9 or higher power factor. Finally, we also took care about the efficiency of smaller equipment, as we said during the presentation. For example, rig lighting or the machines at camp facilities. So basically, this is the way we wanted to minimize our CO2 emissions, by choosing high efficiency equipment, by knowing exactly their energy needs, and optimizing the use of all our equipment.
Could you talk about your performance monitoring system? How does that help with the reduction in greenhouse gases?
That's a really good question. And as you know, the key elements to bring efficiency to any system is to know the system, to know its components, how they interact one with the other, and how they act as a whole to deliver specific functionality. And obviously, it's important to know how the system is used. Hence, while drilling different formation or while carrying out specific operations, we are using different equipment and with different energy needs. And by acquiring data related to a specific operation, is it possible to understand what's going on at the rig site, both in terms of operational performance, power consumption, and GHG emissions. And Saipem, the performance monitoring system, is designed to collect and exploit data from different drilling systems and power control rooms, and to process them in order to provide supported decision-making to our operative personnel. I make you some examples on the main variables that we are mapping. We are considering ROP, mud pump strokes per minute, kilowatt produced, kilowatt used by main equipment, and number of engines running, as well as many others. By matching this data, it is possible to understand the amount of energy that is averagely needed, as well as the frequency and the intensity of energy peaks according to specific activities carried out. And this information is very important because it helps to define the optimized number of engines to run and to set the proper power limit, bringing a lot of benefits in terms of reduction of the overall environmental footprint of our asset. Moreover, by exploiting data analytics, it is possible to take informed business decisions and more safer decisions, and it's also possible to make some more accurate forecast about future energy needs, making personnel and our decision makers able to make plans in order to satisfy them in the best and more efficient way, also by leveraging on remote expertise. Hence, a better use and optimized use of generators, also supported by such kind of system, is very important because it supports the reduction of GHG emission, making our operations greener. In conclusion, I have to say that such kind of system, in order to be very effective, must be used and installed on several assets. At Saipem Drilling, we are using it both on our onshore and offshore drilling fleets, and this enables us to compare performances in similar conditions, assess and investigate potential misalignments in order to be promptly able to intervene in order to increase the overall energetic efficiency and environmental performance of each one of these assets.
So we've talked about the things that Saipem has done with regards to sustainability, but what are your long-term goals moving forward with regards to sustainability? What are some of the other things that you hope to accomplish in this area?
Sustainability is the way Saipem does its business, meaning granting environmental protection, health and safety measure, a pleasant labor condition for all its employees, as well as the respect of local communities. Saipem aimed at creating this shared value for all its stakeholders. We are aware of the importance of tackling climate change and of the impact of this on our business. So we are looking how to manage the risk of the transition to the low carbon and trying to enhance our business portfolio towards more sustainable energy sources. Our long-term strategies are based on improving the efficiency of our assets and operation, and at the same time reduce, of course, the dependence on carbon fossil fuels. We also want to be an innovative solution provider for our clients, helping them to identify the best measures and low carbon approaches and stay with them in their path towards decarbonization. How do we do this? Saipem leverages on the broad set of competencies that are spread in their divisions, which cover from high-value engineering to the realization of complex onshore and offshore projects. More in detail, we are working, for example, to see the feasibility of the installation of a Saipem design waste-to-energy system in our logistic bases. We are starting the installation of solar lights and evaluating the possibility to feed with portable solar panels our bases and camps. Moreover, as we said, we want to move towards a more sustainable business, like, for example, drilling geothermal wells or gas injection and storage wells. Regarding geothermal wells, we already worked in the past and we keep on looking around, like, for example, in South America market, and we are eager to start with new commercial opportunities.
Well, thanks again for speaking with me today. As we're seeing, it looks like there are many paths to building a sustainable organization, and we look forward to seeing what more Saipem has in store here. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for visiting Drilling Contractor.